What's up, y'all? I got you back out here in the garage today to check out another cool gadget from Olight. One thing I really like about Olight is the fact that they actually listen to customer feedback. They listen to requests and complaints and everything about their products, and they either improve existing products or release new products with tons of improvements, and that's exactly what we're looking at here today. We're here to check out their new Ostation 2 Pro. Now, just like the Ostation X, they're actually releasing this on Kickstarter to begin with, so it's not officially out right now where you can pick one up. I'm not real familiar at all with Kickstarter, so I've never backed anything or bought anything from Kickstarter, so y'all do with that what you will. One thing I can say is you don't have to worry about, like, I know some of that Kickstarter stuff can end up get sort of a scam, or you don't get anything delivered. One thing about Olight is I think we can all agree that you don't have to worry about that on Kickstarter anyway. And there are, of course, some extra little perks, and I think you might get it earlier if you do the little funding thing on Kickstarter. I believe you can pick up the Ostation Pro model, which is what I'm looking at here today, for $139 on the early releases, and then $109 for the non-pro version. Now, the basic non-pro Ostation 2 has all of the same functions other than the touchscreen. It has no touchscreen. It's just got some indicators, and it doesn't have this cool little party trick on the side that can charge your Olight gear, which I'll show you here in a second. So obviously what we're looking at here is the new model of their 3-in-1 smart battery chargers. Originally you had the Ostation X. This is the AAA version, and I've got the AA version sitting over here to the side. Now those, just like it sounds, this one only charges AAA nickel metal hydride, and then the AA version only charge AA nickel metal hydride, and they hold 24 of each in the original Ostation X. The Ostation 2, it can charge AAA and AA nickel metal hydride, and now by popular request, I've seen a bunch of people asking about this. They actually made this one able to charge the 1.5 volt rechargeable lithium ion. Now this particular model here only works with the Ostation branded lithium ion batteries here, 1.5 volt. They've got the smart ID chip built inside of them that tracks just like other, maybe RC lithium batteries, cars, e-bikes. It tracks cycles and health of the battery and all that kind of stuff. And of course the big benefit is you get 1.5 volts, whereas your nickel metal hydrides are 1.2. So if you have devices that can utilize the extra voltage, you get that little extra voltage. Now you can probably see here, as far as form factor, this one's a lot smaller than the Ostation X. Now it does have a smaller capacity in it because it charges both types. You can hold and charge 12 AA and 12 AAA instead of 24 AAA here and then 24 on the AA version. As you can see though, much smaller on this one right here. Build is basically the same with a couple little differences here. This one actually has an aluminum body midsection here, and it doesn't come apart like this one. I'm really not sure what the purpose of this one coming apart, so you don't have that. This one has still got the little slide out dud tray if you can't charge them or they're bad batteries or whatever. Now this original one had the little drop down for your batteries when they're done. These here, you just pull the tray out. So AA there, AAA right there. Loading still happens on the top. This one, you rolled open that little tray. This one is marked for AA on the back, AAA on the front. So open that one, drop your AAAs. Open that one, drop your AAs. Still USB-C powered, and they do include the power brick with your USB-C cable. And then of course, like I mentioned with the Pro version, you have that nice touch screen here, and you have this little party trick I mentioned. You can flip this little charger out to the side, and you've actually got two spots for your magnetic Olight charging, and you got the charge indicator down there, so you can charge two of your other items up from Olight that have that magnetic charging. I think that's actually a very cool little addition. Now this does also work with the app, so you can set a couple of different things and look at the charging status of your batteries. You can set a timeout or a pause charging cycle, I should say. If you don't want it charging overnight, you can set a certain time to have it paused. You can do all that through the app and on the screen here. If you hit your settings, you've got your Bluetooth connection there for the app. You can turn the screen completely off, and then you can change the charging schedule right here to pause charging. Well, you turn it on first. pause charging, and then save it if you want to schedule there. Go back, and then right here is your batteries. You've got your 2 of them here, 2 of them here, and then it shows you how many have been charged during this cycle. Now, as far as function, it's pretty much automatic, so we'll drop a couple of both in. So let's drop a couple of AAAs in the front here, and then we'll do just an Amazon basic NIM battery AA, and then one of the lithium ion batteries. And then it'll take a minute or so here. He does this little rotating thing and then brings them up, and then you'll see them come up and show the progress. So there you can see it picked the 2 AA's up first, and you can mix and match them. As you can see here, you got the 1.5 lithium ion, and then the nickel metal hydride over here, 31%, 83%. Again, this right here shows you how many charge cycles the battery's gone through, the health of the battery. So really nice, you know, lithium ion tracking it there. And then on your app here, basically the same information. You can see it's got the percentages. Let me get you closer there. And then, like I was saying, you got 1 charge cycle so far, 100% health on the battery. And then again, down here, you can do the pausing of the schedule and all that stuff if you want. And now it's recognized the AAA. So you got all 4 of them up there. Now you got both the metal hydride AAAs, 44%, 36%, and then same thing on the app again. You got all your info there. So this is really a very cool charger, very, very capable. I mean, you can charge pretty much all of your stuff in one place. Now, if you're asking if it's worth upgrading to this model, if you've already got the Ostation X, I would have to say maybe. It really just depends on what types of batteries you use, how many of them you use. So for instance, I mean, if you're only using AAA, I mean, obviously there's really no need to get this. I mean, it's still cool. It's got the little extras and all. But as far as function, if you're only using nickel metal hydride AAAs, obviously you're fine with this one. If you use AA and AAA, you know, you may want to go with this one. But again, you got the smaller capacity. So if you use a really, really large amount, you may want one of these dedicated ones. But it's, again, it's going to be situational if you can use the extra voltage, because again, that's really the big benefit here is the 1.5 volt lithium ion. So I'll show you right quick here what I mean by that. So you can see here, if I just take one of these metal hydride AA's on the meter there, we got 1.3. So I've noticed they call them 1.2, but you're probably going to get 1.3 out of most metal hydrides. And then if we take our lithium ion, you can see there 1.5 volts. So just multiply that times 4, you know, you're right at almost a volt, or probably a volt short, right at a volt short. So again, if you've got devices that can utilize that, you know, some lights, you can tell the difference. But honestly, most people are not going to be able to tell a difference in just your average run-of-the-mill electronics. So again, as far as upgrading, if you've already got Ostation X, that's just going to be one of those things you're going to have to think about and decide for yourself. But I'm going to end it off right there for this one. Again, this is a pre-launch right now on Kickstarter, so I'll leave a link down below if y'all want to check that out. I'll also leave a regular Olight link too, an affiliate Olight link if you want to check their stuff out. All kinds of really cool stuff. Y'all know how I feel about Olight. I think they make some really nice gear at some really good deals. As always, I appreciate all my Range Gang members and every single one of y'all for supporting the channel. I've got tons of really good stuff on the way, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see you soon.